He's just a sad old man with a heart full of hate.
I think he's really funny. I like most of the stuff that he does.
I think he's a narcissist.
I don't think he cares about anybody.
He's ruining our democracy.
I don't think you can look at any politician or president and say that they've done nothing wrong.
So if he does good, Democrats are still going to find an excuse to hate it.
What are your thoughts on Donald Trump?
I am opposed to virtually everything he stands for and everything he does. He doesn't have respect for anybody, anyone in this country or any other country. Possibly the worst president we've ever had. He's made this country a laughingstock. The rest of the world is laughing at us. And so many people here in this country don't care. I care because I spend quite a lot of time across the pond. And so I see how we're perceived over there. On a world stage, he has embarrassed this country time and time again.
I think he's really funny.
He's a
And
funny dude.
I like most of the stuff that he does, to be honest.
He trolls on Twitter.
Sometimes, I mean, yeah.
I think he's good with like the fans and like making people like him. Like his
That's
crowd,
true.
they like him a lot because of
They
what he
rally
does.
behind
But
him.
I don't think he's dangerous. I think
Divisiveness.
he's just like, he's doing his job. He's trying his best. I mean, I'd like to put myself in his shoes for a day. I couldn't do it.
yeah,
I couldn't do that.
He's not dangerous. With
yeah,
what?
I think.
No.
I mean, with this country, what can he do that's gonna be like dangerous enough that's not legal?
For the rest
Like-
of American history, the two sides are always going to be split. And nobody's ever going to want to switch. It's always going to be, if you're a Democrat, you hate Republicans. If you're a Republican, you hate Democrats. So if he does good, Democrats are still going to find an excuse to hate it. If it was a Democrat president, Republicans are still going to find a reason to hate it. It doesn't matter what he does.
No president's
He's
gonna be
hate
in the
it.
office
Exactly.
without being hated by the other
Exactly.
side. And either way it goes.
I love my country, but I don't think Trump has a lot of respect for anybody. I mean, I don't think you can look at any politician or president and say that they've done nothing wrong. I think everybody in power has done something wrong. Everybody not in power has done something wrong. Nobody's perfect. He cut the community resources so that our Native American university, Haskell University, lost, I think it was 80 to 90% of its funding. The things that affect the individual social person has really kind of sucked ass. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think Trump is very divisive for the United States. And I think he's not trying to unify people. It's all about himself. I don't think he cares about anybody who is needing help or could use the government's assistance. He just doesn't care. Some people can't talk about politics. Some families are just really not even being together because of that.
Don't even get me started. I fucking hate him.
He's disgusting. He's a terrible human being.
Yeah.
He has oppressed marginalized groups throughout his entire presidency, and he's perpetuating a fascist ideology. He's ruining our democracy. Like, it's just not okay. The way he's mobilizing the National Guard, the way he's taking power away from the Supreme Court, from Congress. He's concentrating power in the executive branch.
I'm not a fan. Some of the things he might do that work out, but I don't like him personally. So politically, I don't go in his direction a lot of times either.
For me, the approach bothers me sometimes. Politics, we all can disagree on some of the policies, but the approach is what bothers me. Yeah.
You're never really proud of your president for the good things until you see it in the future. But, like a lot of people hated George Bush when George Bush was president. A lot of people, some people disliked Obama when Obama was president. But, I feel like there's more of a tangible grasp on the Trump being president and not liking his ideology or politics.
I think most of the policy that he's put in is just downright stupid. And then, you have to look at the guy as a person as well, and that track record isn't the best either. So
I think he knows how to lead, but he just doesn't lead right. He thinks he's someone that he's not.
He has stirred intolerance and hatred into the minds of the American people. He's a man who has just so much hate in his heart, and it makes me sad when I see him and listen to him speaking. And I don't, the first thing that jumps in my mind is he's just a sad old man with a heart full of hate, and I just don't understand why people look at him and think he's this savior who's going to bring us out of some kind of ruin. No, he's instilling division and divisiveness into every segment of the American population. I can't speak for every American, but it's not what I'm about.
What's it been like living in America while he's been in power?
Oh, fine. We're both white men.
Yeah.
So there's nothing that's common to conflict between who we are. A lot of my gay friends, trans friends think that it's just a general attack on who they are as a person.
I don't know. It's really tough right now. Yeah, people are just against each other. I mean, friendships are kind of shattered, and I don't know if the government is really doing what the people want. Yeah, I think Trump is very divisive for the United States, and I think he's not trying to unify people. It's all about himself.
As like a white woman, I have significantly more privilege than women of color.
Yeah.
And that's something I think about every day, but it still is scary. I'm worried about my access to birth control. I'm worried about my reproductive health, like my options going forward and stuff like that. Like it's definitely something that weighs on my mind.
So as a general thought, like same as a white woman in America, I have so much more access than say a woman of color, but I'm still concerned about getting my birth control like in a couple years. And then also like my ability to just do basic things. Like, hey, I want to apply for a mortgage and get a credit card and things like that. Like I'm seriously starting to put into question like, oh, am I going to be able to do that in 4 years? Also spending over like, it's now up to what, $500 million on a ballroom in the White House that's never going to be used for the general public, and yet you're cutting so much cancer research. Like that's insane. Like you want to cut SNAP benefits? That's crazy. Like you're cutting benefits for the underhoused, the unemployed, the marginalized, and yet you're building yourself a gilded ballroom. That's insane. I think he's a narcissist.
He cut the community resources so that our Native American university, Haskell University, lost, I think it was 80 to 90% of its funding. The things that affect the individual social person is really kind of sucked ass.
Well, I was gonna say, he does have like more influence than like it could seem like up front, because it's not necessarily logical, but he does have a lot of influence that isn't really grounded in reality.
I think that everyone needs to be just a lot more tolerant. I don't think that we should discriminate, and I do not agree with anything he or the entire party stands for.
Yeah, I mean it's partisan. It's very tough to get along with maybe neighbors or have conversations with coworkers, because we now are so just combative because of politics, primarily because I feel Trump and what he's brought to the table.
Do you like the idea of him running for a third time? Because we've had
That's
some
not
people.
going to happen.
Yeah.
No, that's not going to happen. I don't think he's not going to change the country this much. If he runs for a third, he'll win, though.
Probably just wanted for the entertainment of it.
Yeah. I mean, that's the one positive of it, is it's like watching a burning car. It's like watching a train go into a wall of civilians and explode. It's fun to watch.
The guy's going to be 80 plus. No. There's a reason why we don't allow that. If you allow someone to be a president for unlimited number of times, it sets up a dynasty kind of scenario. And no offense to the monarchy, and obviously the UK has a 1,000-year monarchy going on, and a wonderful tradition it is. It doesn't work here, and it simply is not what this country is about. We cycle them in, we cycle them out.
No, it's against the Constitution.
I mean, it's against the Constitution.
Three is a crowd. Two's good enough for me.
No, it's unfair.
Three's a crowd.
Why should he be able to do it? No.
Yeah, there's no reason for him to go for a third. He's not better than the last few we've had, so.